Yeah, I just got out from the gym. Put you guys right here. So, leg day today, and abs. My stomach hurts a little bit, and I just finished work. Went straight to the gym. It is now 6:56. So I left work like at 5:50. So quick gym, and yeah, headed home now. About to prep for the next week, and I'm thinking about making, not this channel because it's too new, but I'm thinking about making a cybersecurity type of channel, more specifically GRC. I don't know yet. I understand now that while content shouldn't be your main priority, or not main priority. Damn, I don't know what I'm saying. Main form of income, until obviously it can be, that there's no downsides to content creation. There is no downsides. So on a separate channel, I would go ahead and start making, I'm not sure if I should make them informational or like a vlog about my progress. And I'm really also into investing, which I kind of want to do as well, but I'm not sure. I saw this one YouTube channel called I think it was Asian Dad Energy. That sounds right. Asian Dad Energy, where he's like mid 40s and he got laid off of big tech. But obviously he's fine now because he had so much in investments that he's able to pay off his required costs. And he technically doesn't need a job, but I'm not sure if he's like looking for one. Anyways, his YouTube is doing well, so I guess that could be his extra job. But what I'm basically saying is, he talks about investing, and he goes on like very surface level, basically S&P 500, and he doesn't even go to talk about Roth IRAs. I'm not sure. I think he might have talked about 401ks and how he had a 3% match. Not sure. Or 5% match. But I like cybersecurity right now. I like cybersecurity, and I want to be wealthy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, everybody wants to be wealthy. But I'm not at the level where I'm like, I want to be comfortable. I want to make it so that I don't have to worry about bills. I want to be more than that. So, this is my first tech job, and I've only been working for 2 months. Not even 2 months, really. About to be 2 months. So I'm still in the probation period. I am technically leadership, as I was told. And I think I'll be fine when it comes to the probation period, you know? Like, I get work done, and I show progress, and I'm finally understanding. I won't lie, the first 2 weeks was killing me. Not even the first 2 weeks, maybe like the first month, where it's like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Because, in the interview, they're like, I'm trying to get a job. So then in the interview, they're like, can you do this, this, and that for us? Do you understand how to this? They were talking about CMMC. If you don't know what that is, it's like it's basically like cyber policy that you need to follow, but it's made up by the government. and that sounds like I'm making a conspiracy theory, but no, like they're basically like NIST regulations that you have to follow, but you have to get them like checked. And CMMC stands for Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. So it's a certification that you receive by the DoD, Department of Defense, or for the DoD, I should say. But you have to get it approved. You have to make sure no information's leaking, all classified information's not, whatever. And they're basically telling me a lot of stuff about NIST, NIST, which is the, I don't know, I forgot what it's called. Or I forgot the abbreviation, but they're basically like standards for security standards, something like that. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, like I knew what NIST was, I knew what it was, like it was like rules, because I went to school for it, but I didn't know what CMMC was. And to be honest, while I don't have any interest in CMMC since it's such a new and small niche, and it's very like, it's too small for me to want to like make my entire career out of it, you know? I want to make sure, like, one thing when it comes to careers that a lot of people might not value as much as me is stability. And I think everybody in some level wants stability, you know? I don't think anyone likes where it's like volatile as hell. Their income, I should specify. But CMMC is just too new, and when it comes to like I have high hopes for it, don't get me wrong. I think the government will have it so that every contractor would have to implement it. And the thing is that it's not guaranteed. A lot of cutbacks happened with the Trump administration, because I'm not really too sure. I haven't really read up too much on it, but from what I understand, it's like Joe Biden had put in a bunch of policies where CMMC was implemented, and it was actually really good for people working in the CMMC space. And the Trump administration pulled up and they were like, nah, we don't need all that. And so, yeah, it kind of hurt the CMMC, the people of CMM that work for CMMC. You know what I'm talking about. People that work in the CMMC space. But, so I've been doing more like looking into different niches, and I saw something called FedRAMP, and it seems to be a lot more stable. I honestly no clue what it's about. I think it has something to do with the cloud, which I think if you're in GRC, you should always get some type of cloud certification, which is what I plan to do. So I think I might get the AWS, but in reality, I think it might be best to do both. Don't know if that's like not really needed or not, but I think it makes more sense if those are the two most popular ones. If I have both of them, then I cover like 90% of the ground that people use. But yeah, so I won't lie, cheat code. Right now my job position is IT automation and the CMMC. And for IT automation, like, do not go into IT automation. I'm not even lying to you. My job is done 99% by AI when it comes to IT automation. It's cake, to be honest. Because I use the AI, by the way. Like, I could read code, so maybe it'd be harder for someone that doesn't know how to read code. But I just put my shit into the prompt. I use Base 44. I won't even lie to you guys. I use Base 44 to make an RFP scanner. If you'd like to check it out, it's called Signal RFP. Like, it's kind of buggy, but it works for us. So there's like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, I can't make a new business profile yet. I'm still kind of working on that. But I paid for like 2 months. I paid for 2 months, and it's $50 a month. I paid it out of my pocket because the entire point is to like convince my business that, or convince my company that I'm the one that did it. But to be fair, they asked me to use AI. They want me to use AI. And it's like, okay, yeah, I used AI, but like 99% of the work was done by them, by the AI. But I guess that's why they hired me, to find shit like that, because I guess they don't know about Base 44. I bought the domain on the company card, and so there's no like Base 44 website on it. There's no watermark of Base 44. And for those of you that don't know, Base 44 is a website builder, yeah, app builder, I guess. So yeah, that's how it's going so far. And what I've done basically is what they want everything automated, from finding the contract to matching it to us to preparing a response letter, So what I've done is I've just used the scanner with Base 44. I stopped paying for it, and the domain is still up. And that's kind of what they're using. I saved them a lot of time already, because they just have to download the RFP, put it in. It doesn't matter if it's like, just find one that has like a tech name. It doesn't have to be like you have to download every like construction RFP. It doesn't make sense. Just look for the name of it. If it looks like it relates to us, put it into the RFP, and it matches it. So that saves them time from having to basically like put it into the AI and tell it the business information, because the business information is already saved on the website. So yeah, I even implemented an AI chat bot, like a chat bubble that you can click and ask it questions about the RFP. So yeah, super cool stuff. And basically, while that's up on the signalrfp.com domain, I'm working with Claude Code and actually, web scraping using API keys. And I did not go to school for this. I went to school for cybersecurity. Like, I promise you 99%, let me not say 99, but most students in cybersecurity that graduated with a cybersecurity degree, they don't really know how to code. Like, they know code, they know about, oh my god, that's a sweat stain from the gym, ignore that. But they know code, they know how to read it maybe, but do we know how to code actually? Like, we took maybe 1 or 2 coding classes, especially the school I went to. I was I was the first person to enroll into the degree as it was new. And when I mean the first person, I just mean like the first wave of people, as in the first semester of people. So the degree had just opened, and the biggest reason I took it is because I did not need to take calculus, and I like math, but not that much. So I took cybersecurity. There were some coding classes, Java, and from what I saw, they teach very old information. It's like when I actually got into watching YouTube videos about cybersecurity just on my own time, like half the stuff I learned in class was not useful at all. But yeah, anyways, now that I'm in the space, I'm learning more. I've joined different communities, and when I say that, I just mean some Discord servers, and I just chat in it from time to time. I'm not talking about going out and talking to people. That's not what comp sci is for. That's not what tech is for. But yeah, so luckily these are the upsides, right? I'm at a government contractor, meaning I could get security clearance. The second my 3-month probation is up, I'm asking for that security clearance. I'm also in WGU Masters for Cybersecurity and Information Assurance. So they provide a ton of cybersecurity certifications, and I have none. I have one, a Palo Alto Cybersecurity Apprentice certification. And I won't lie, I had an interview for Palo Alto and I fucking blew it. I was so fucking nervous. I could not speak. I was shaking. I did not do enough prep. And yeah, so that was horrible. But I had that certification because I applied there. It was fairly easy. It's probably like $150. But it doesn't mean jack shit to no one else, to be honest. Like, people recognize Palo Alto, but the certification itself, for some reason, no one gives a shit. Even though the company is like the #1 company in the world for cybersecurity. But I only have that certification. I'm gonna skip Security Plus. I know everybody's like, you need Security Plus to land your first job, but I'm already at my first job. So who cares? I'm gonna get SYSA, SYSA Plus, CompTIA. Anyways, getting that from WGU. They give you vouchers, by the way. I'm paying like 5 bands, $5,000, but they provide the vouchers to all these certifications I'm about to name. And there's probably more, I just forgot. So the ICS2 certified cybersecurity, or cybersecurity certified, whatever it is, cybersecurity certificate, that's what it is. Super entry level. And it's because WGU is also a school for people that are transitioning from one major to another, and they just like don't like their job anymore, whatever it is. So super entry level. I'm trying to take the exam right now. I'm only a week in. I'm trying to take the exam right now, but apparently you need approval from the instructor, and it's already been like 2 days. I don't know, maybe I need to look up, maybe I'm doing something wrong. So trying to take that exam, but I moved on to the next course, and I think, okay, the other certificate is going to be the CYSA, as I just said. I forgot what it stands for. Probably Cybersecurity System Administration. That sounds right. Then there's the CISM. Beautiful certification. That's a really good certification, especially if you're looking to get the CISSP. And I cannot stress enough, get the CISSP. I don't have it yet, but all I see on the internet is that the CISSP is the best way to show your credibility, even more than the masters, even more than the bachelors, even more than most other certifications. And the only thing that it won't show credibility for, or as much credibility for, is experience. But guess what? You need 5 years of experience to get the CISSP. So yeah, doesn't give you the CISSP at WGU, but I already named the ICS2CC. There's the SYSA, or whatever it is, the CISM. There's another one. Can't remember it. I think it's a GRE. No, I think CISM is already GRC. Like in the GRC space. There's like 2 more or 1 more. Can't remember it. I think it might be pen test. Not sure. But hopefully done in 6 months, because I cannot afford another semester. I'm trying to get it done quick. I cannot afford another semester. So there's that. So hypothetically, in 6 months, where am I going to be? CISM for sure. It's an optional voucher, by the way. You don't need to take that. Like the normally for the ICS2CC, the entry level certification, it's the exam is the certification. But for harder classes like the CISM, it's an optional voucher, so you don't need to take it. I'm gonna take it because it's a very valuable certification. So in 6 months from now, ICS2 or ISC. Have I been saying ICS? It's ISC. ISC2 certification, or the cybersecurity certificate. The SYSA and the CISM, the CISM. Minimum those 3 is what I'm gonna get. There's another one there, might be important. I most likely will get it. But that's what I need. That's what I want in 6 months from now. Then we have my security clearance, which actually takes like about a year to a year and a half to get this. So that's why I'm asking for it the second my probation is up, because I want that. I want that bad. I'm not really too sure how to get the top secret clearance, but I'm not sure if it's like through a sponsorship of a person, not of a person, but of a company, or if it's like, I don't really know, to be honest. I'll do more research, but for now I'm focused on the secret clearance. So I want that to actually be running especially 6 months from now. Like if I don't have that running 6 months from now, then I did something wrong. I'll have my master's by then, and 6 months from now, let's just say 2 years from now, when I actually get the certification, this clearance, I want to be an associate of the CISSP. From my understanding, if you don't have those 5 years of experience, then you can take the exam still, but you won't have the CISSP. You'll have an associate of CISSP. And from my understanding, once you go ahead and hit that 5-year mark, then it just automatically transfers to CISSP. You don't have to take that test again. And I heard the test is hard as balls, so I'm gonna try and take that exam. If I got it wrong, then I'll just wait and get the CISSP. Like if it's not something that rolls over after you hit that work experience time, then I'll just wait, I guess. But listen to the stacked qualifications. Secret clearance, CISSP. I don't even need to name the rest, because CISSP is what really matters. Secret clearance and CISSP and a master's degree, like I'm gonna be set in like maybe like 4 years. I better be. But yeah, that'll be done. And yeah, I don't really know about staying at Tech Army. Actually, I like Tech Army. I like Tech Army a lot. It's just the fact that I'm being put at a leadership position when this is really my first role. And it's not even their fault, because I lied on my resume. And I know you're probably like, oh, how did you lie on your resume? You didn't get caught because they background check, whatever. Pure luck. They did a background check on me, but the way I got this interview was pure luck. So I didn't apply online. I just bumped into the CEO, and I did him a favor. He gave me his business card, and I had my resume printed out. When I did the interview with him, and I gave it to him, and then I just received like a onboarding email. So there was never a time where they had my resume on their system. So when it came to the background check, I put my actual work experience, and the CEO is not the one that onboarded me, and he's the only one that technically knows about my past experience, or the fake past experience. So yeah, the people that onboarded me, the HR that onboarded me, they didn't question it. So here I am, first tech job. I had to. If I have like any advice, don't lie, I guess, unless it's a small company. I don't know. Like I didn't really know this until not too long ago, because what I was really doing is just turn off the car. I'm wasting gas, and gas ain't cheap. But I thought you could lie on your resume. I didn't know a background check actually like checked your past employments. I thought lying on it just meant you were good. But they do background checks. So you can't lie about the time you worked at a company. You can't lie about what company you work for. And maybe you can lie about the title you have at your job. Like don't make it like, oh, CEO of Walmart, but like if you was doing work, if your responsibilities were of a certain, you can just make it look better. That's what I'm basically saying. Like my title right now is IT Process Enhancement Executive, which sounds cool, but it's nothing, doesn't sound GRC related, even though I do a lot of GRC stuff. So I might make it like IT and Governance Process Enhancement Executive, something like that. But yeah, so don't lie on your resume unless you know you can get away with it. Me, it was just luck. I didn't know about that until they were asking me to put in my background information to be verified. and I couldn't put in the fake one because it wouldn't even pop up. So there's that. I thought I was smart too, choosing a company that had gone bankrupt, like Silver Airways. That's the one I used, and they had gone bankrupt. So I was like, psh, this is cake, you know. It's not like they can go ahead and call someone. They can go ahead and call a reference asking how I did on my job, but no, they can catch that. They can catch that. Any Hoozle. Hopefully stay at this job for minimum 2 years. He wants me to be CTO, but there'd have to be massive growth in the company for me to stay there. Which I guess starts with me, you know, helping the company out. But at the end of the day, you hired a 21-year-old to make her, like, he's expecting the company to like blow up from me, and it's like, bro, I just got out of college or university or whatever you call it. Any Hoozle. I think that's it. Yeah. This diary, but I am gonna start making those content creations. Maybe I might start tonight or tomorrow. Who knows? Okay.